Hi, my name is Ian Hype, and this is my video summary report of my internship here in summer of 2026. I was able to work with the same company I did my first internship with, called Sunrock. It's a very good company. It's local here in Idaho. I really enjoyed that. Um, they primarily have all the projects out in INL. So you have to get all your clearances and stuff to get out there. So that was really neat. I really enjoyed working in industrial construction is what it was. They do a lot of road work, but you work with a lot of other trades, and I quite enjoyed it. So what did I spend the majority of my time doing? So most of my time for this internship, I was working with a vac truck. I was working with a company called Forest Lake, which they bore. So we put a lot of pipe in the ground, and one way that we made it a little easier on ourselves was to bore instead of trenching. That helped us because we didn't have to open up so much ground. On another project, we did dig trenches, big long trenches that went through roadways and everything, so we had road outages. I was part of several safety meetings, and I had to do safety trainings throughout this internship. Some highlights, definitely the paychecks. They're pretty nice, but in all seriousness, I really enjoyed learning from other supers I had on the job, hearing them talk and hearing them go through solutions that they had. It was really helpful for me to kind of understand what are some of the processes I need to start learning or understand in order to properly build and manage a project. I really enjoy learning how the process is, just how things are constructed. How we have to construct roadways, all the specifications that need to be met when it comes to compaction tests, when it comes to type of asphalt, several things of that nature. Something that was pretty hard, that was pretty difficult, was we were in the sun a lot, and this last week was actually pretty hot. We averaged probably around 90 to 100 degrees where we were, and we were working outside. So that's honestly probably the hardest part. Beyond that, it's just kind of getting after it. Another thing is working with stubborn construction workers and laborers. That's why clear communication is important, because people can get pretty fed up pretty quickly, especially working in certain conditions. What was difficult for me to learn, again, that communication thing. There's still terms in the field that I'm still learning, so I'd have to explain until someone would understand what I'm saying. And another difficulty is just trying to work with those other trades, because there's a lot of times we're ahead of schedule, we need them to catch up, and at times that can be pretty difficult, trying to kind of get them to push forward and do the job that we need them to do. Things that I learned on this internship, I learned about trench safety, all the rules with that, how you can't be inside of a trench past a certain depth, at what point you have to elevate the trench or bring it back to ground level for you to get back into it, because we had to do a lot of compacting because we had trenches going through roadways. So we had to compact all that dirt under the roadway to make sure it meets its compaction test and make sure the road is safe after you pave over it. Back truck safety, we talked about locating utilities and the proper way of doing that, because we want to make sure we don't hit anything, because that's never fun when you hit a utility. We had an issue with that last week where on Monday we did hit one. Luckily, we were able to contain it fairly quickly and get it replaced. So that was good. Excuse me. And what techniques or processes did you learn and or implement in your internship? I really tried to implement those communication skills, being able to speak myself clearly. And throughout the internship, I definitely made a progress, and it made it easier for me to speak with my superintendents, and to clearly express myself and my thoughts and my opinions, and they heard me for it, so that was nice. But other than that, it was a really good internship. I really enjoyed the experience. I've lucked out, and this is my second to last semester, so I'm gonna do my best to keep on with this company and finish my classes this coming fall semester. More about what we learned what we did in our project. Specifically, there's two. So we're doing potable water, and another one is I believe it's a waste line, for a nuclear reactor. So pretty cool stuff. But it was just kind of interesting seeing the two different specs of the two different things. Obviously, because it's a reactor, so there's a lot more, red tape and stuff that you have to make sure you do properly. But also seeing how they were managed. One project was pretty easy going and get pipe in the ground, and the other one was more so kind of dragging along just because of how it was being managed. So seeing stuff like that really helps me to know the importance of scheduling and making sure you have got good communication and relationship with your subcontractors. And that is my summary report.